We're trying this again. See if we can make this thing happen. Give you guys a few minutes and seconds to come up in here. Just want to hop on here and answer some questions, see how you guys are doing, you know? Just to tap in with you guys. All right. What up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. Listen, I just wanted to hop on here really quickly, answer some questions, and let's talk guitars. I know it's been a minute since I've had an opportunity to kind of sit down with you guys and to just engage with you guys. And I just wanted to do that this morning, just to say what's up. So, if you guys have a question or something that you're gonna, ask me, I'm open. Let's do it. Let's get it done. You can hear me now. Good deal. Good deal. Big fan. Please do a rig rundown. So right now I'm just playing my PRS DGT. I've got my own little name headstock on it. I am playing through Logic, and I'm using my Boss ME80 for my sounds. While I'm in here in this studio, in my other studio, I am using the Helix to record those tones. But typically when I go out live, I play the Helix. I bring the Helix with me. It's just really user friendly and it allows me to get a lot of real estate done. So good deal. I'm a subscriber. Hey, cool. Big fan from South Africa. That's what's up. Can you play Back in AC/DC? Back to Black in AC/DC. Oh, I'm not very familiar with that tune. So definitely can't do that, unfortunately. Unfortunately cannot do that. Cool. Yeah, I'm glad I get a chance to kind of tap in with you guys. I know it's been a minute. How's liking the new setup? Do you guys like the new setup that you've been sending in the videos? You guys like the new background and everything? How does that look? How's that come across? Fan from India, bro. You rule R&B world. Appreciate it, man. So the Boss fam, what's the best advice to give someone starting guitar for a super beginner? I would say consistency. You gotta lock in. You can't just, watch a couple videos and practice occasionally to think you're really gonna get it. You gotta be consistent. You gotta practice every day. Intentional practice, right? So you wanna work on the things that are gonna make you better as a guitarist. That comes with chords, that comes with working on dexterity, like learning the scales. Also, you want to work on your rhythms. And then once you get those kind of down pat, I would highly encourage learning the number system. I have this methodology that I teach called the N2S system. If that's something you're definitely interested in, man, check out Kerry's camp. We would love for you to be a part so that way I can help kind of facilitate you. You want to have somebody that can help mentor you in this game and kind of teach you and instruct you, because there's a lot of information out there and you can kind of be like a kid in a candy store, like head on a swivel looking at everything and kind of miss the areas that you need to get in order to grow. So that's what I would say. Oh man, I appreciate that, Sunflower. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to, help inspire the next generations and those that are been playing for a while but are looking, just try to add a little bit more to their repertoire. That's what I'm here. That's why I do this channel. So definitely want to give you guys the insight and the answers. Kind of like the cheat codes, if you will, of the different techniques. The natural number system, yes, it's the natural number system that I teach, but I just call it the number system. I won't put the Nashville in front of it, but yeah. I teach a methodology like I call it the N2S system, which stands for notes, numbers, and shapes. We talk about the notes on the E and the A string, the numbers in the scale, and the spacing. I teach us specifically the spacing that allows you to be able to play the same way in any key, regardless of whatever key you're in, which is really cool. Definitely, I will check it out. Shout out A-Town, South Kakalaki. That's what's up. Is the camp sign up on your website? Yes, you can go to kerryscamp.com, KERRYSKAMP.com. You definitely can sign up. We take on beginners. We take on people that are intermediate or advanced. We have 2 lessons per week. One specifically for beginners, so you don't have to feel intimidated like, oh man, I don't know. If you don't know anything about guitar, that's the one you want to be in. If you have a general knowledge and you feel like you're pretty strong on guitar, then you want to come to the intermediate class. We're going to help perfect the tools. We're going to help perfect you as a guitar player and really get you to the place where you can play at a high level. If you get to the intermediate class and you're like, you know what, I need to go back for some refresher, by all means, come to the beginner class. You can't, no one says you can't go to both. We have some people that attend both classes because they just want, they fiend for that much knowledge and they get it and they're doing really great. So it's great to have those guys in there. So if that's something that's important to you, definitely check out kerryscamp.com, KERRYSKAMP.com. You're not going to be disappointed. How do we make a normal song sound like R&B? Like for example, R&B song, a Don. Okay, let me look that person up real quick. A lot of it has to do with arpeggiation and rhythm, right? So you want to make sure you're mindful of the arpeggiation when you're playing R&B and the rhythm. That's really how you make stuff stand out and feel and sound more like R&B. That's what I would tell you. But yeah, let's check this person out because I'm not familiar. So let's do that. All right. YouTube. And this person, his name is what? Don. Okay. Let's hear a song.
Hi London, hi Texas. Trust in him with all my heart, and I will rest upon his promise. Patiently I'll wait.
So what you want to do, number one, you want to find out what key the song is in, but then you want to work on the rhythm. That's kind of like the thing that you want to work on when it comes to like perfecting and playing those types of songs with arpeggiation. You want to make sure you work on arpeggiation. And then chord choices, right? We don't want to play a lot of regular major chords. We want to play like major 7s and minor 7s, that kind of stuff. And also just the rhythm of how we play. And then adding different kind of riffs that also enhances the way that you play. It makes things sound a lot more intentional whenever you're playing that way. So you definitely want to make sure that it comes with arpeggiation, chord choices, and rhythm stuff. That's how you make stuff feel and sound a little bit more R&B. All right, let's go back and look at some of these other questions. Sign up right now. Definitely, that's what's up. Boom, 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 boom. Can you teach us chord embellishments like Melanie Faye? Melanie Faye, yeah, I definitely could teach you chord embellishments. What kind of chord embellishments would you like to see? Yes, I've heard of Alton Alla style. He changes his string. He detunes a lot of his strings. That's not a style that I'm familiar with, but I've definitely heard of it. How do you record your videos? It seems like you don't use an interface. I do use an interface. I have cameras that go into an interface that they're edited, and my team loads them up. That's how we do it. I feel like my guitar has too many terrible, like lowering the treble doesn't make any things work. What kind of guitar are you playing? Shout out from Florida. You Too Smooth. Wow, thanks Too Smooth. What arpeggiations would be studied? Just normal arpeggiations. You want to practice like going through and just playing the chords. Let's say we're in the key of C major, right? We want to practice going from 1 through 4. Like down and then reverse arpeggiation. And then we want to practice like putting them in different sequences, right? So let's just say we want to do 2, 3, 6. I definitely love this page. Tones and settings for guitar for R&B. So for me, I like my guitars to be a lot warmer. So I'm not really like big on a lot of treble. So I kind of turn the treble down, and I kind of turn the mids up just a little bit, and the bass has to sit like kind of right in the mix. And I play to the room. So whatever room that I'm in, each room is different. So sometimes all my settings are not always the same, but that's like my general setting. I try to start with everything right about like 5 or 6 o'clock, and then I make the adjustments for where I need to go. Or 12 o'clock, depending on like how, if you look at it like up and down, 12 o'clock, and I make the adjustments, right? That's where I'll typically go to. Who am I currently listening to? That's a good question. I've been listening to Forrest Frank of late because last week I had to sub in for his main guitar player. So that's what I've been listening to of late. But outside of that, I haven't really had the opportunity to kind of like start branching out into anything else just yet. My audio settings. So if I'm playing in Logic, I typically use the clean studio stack whenever I'm playing, and then through my Boss Me 80, I use the preamps to kind of like I've dialed it into where like my tones are pretty good. So that's what I use for that. Do you do any stretch chords? Yes. One of my favorite stretch chords is like if you're looking at a D minor 7, right? I will spell out the chord. Or this is one of my favorite chords too when I'm playing R&B stuff. Let's say we're in a key of A. Some stretch chords for you guys. Any different ways that you voice the 5 chord? Yes, so sometimes when I'm voicing a 5 chord, I'll play a minor 9. That's if I'm in D, right? I'm in G major, right? That's how I also voice my 5 chord. All right, that was cool. Thank you. What do you think about I've never heard of him? How do you stay inspired? I stay inspired by just literally just going on social media and watching other guitar players play, listening to different genres. I don't allow myself just to kind of stay in one particular space. There's a lot of music that's out there. There's a lot of inspiring guitarists out there that kind of motivate me to keep going. Um, any way to have guitar higher in the frame, can't get rid of the comments. I gotta say the comments. Uh, if someone really wants to understand how to play funk, R&B, and kind of soul, etc., is learning the best way to get it. Yes, you got to learn it, and then you got to apply it. So you got to be in a space where somebody can teach it to you on a consistent basis, and you can really work on it. And then after you kind of been doing those at the same time, you want to find a group of people that play the style of music that you like, so you can apply it in real time. That's what I would tell you to do. Learning jazz. Jazz is not necessarily important. R&B and jazz are not in the same breath. So learning R&B is a specific genre. You want to learn that style. That's important to learn that style versus like thinking that you have to like go outside of that to really learn it. It's really important to make sure you know that specific genre of music. That's what I would tell you for sure. That's what's up. I'm glad you found this channel. Will you save this live to your page for later? That's the plan. That's the plan for sure. Ooh, you got to work out. You got to work out all the time. It's going to make your skills get a lot better, All right, cool. Do you like multi-effects board versus individual pedals? I do, because at this phase of my career, I don't like taking around a whole lot of gear. I just want to get one thing that can get the job done, and then we'll make it do what it does. Okay, it's just more simple for me. You know what I mean? What do I need to know to get into playing gospel church? You need to know a lot, football Fred. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You gonna have to sweat. You gonna have to know how to play church music. You wanna know how to like have a great rhythm. You're gonna have to know how to play a lot of chords, know how to fill in and dink and dunk. There's a lot you have to learn, man. So it's not an easy genre just to be like, oh, I want to start playing in a church. You got to find a church that's willing to like grow with you, because a lot of churches are kind of at a space where they want musicians to be at a certain level, and there's not a lot of grace to grow in. So you got to be already ready. So find a church that you can kind of grow at. You can kind of cut your teeth and you can kind of sweat it out. That might be the best way for you for sure. What size pick do you use? I believe this is like a 22 millimeter, but that's what I'm using. Lesson on preacher chords, type of licks, those 3/4, flat 5. So let's do this. Let's find some. We got to find some preacher music, right? So we can start. I can show you some ideas. All right, preacher chord ideas. Let's see if this is one right here. All right, cool. So a lot of those licks are kind of bluesy licks. That old kind of bluesy lick. It bends. So let's go. Let's play along with it, right? So we're in A flat. Now he just went up to that flat 5. So as he goes up, you can like bend and just keep single notes to kind of like go up the scale with him, right? So let's go back to that one more time. We're on the 1. Get to that 5. All of that kind of stuff is really like just single note kind of stuff, bends, pulls. All of that stuff is definitely going to help you when it comes to like those different kind of preacher chord licks. All right. Straight and simple. Happy Independence Day in India. Sweet, man. What's up? Love from South Africa. Are you using a tube amp and Fender DeVille? When I play live, a lot of times I do use the Fender DeVille amp. That's one of my favorite go-tos, right? Today's your birthday. Can you wish me happy birthday, please? Happy birthday. Hope it's a wonderful day. Hope it is the best day of the year thus far. Are tube amps better? Not necessarily. There's just a warmth that goes with them, but there are a lot of solid states now that they're kind of making it sound just as good. So it's just really your personal preference, right? You know what I mean? In a 4-piece, 5-piece band, do you use any extended or complex chords in church settings? Namely, fast songs. It depends on what my assignment is. My assignment for each song may be different. Sometimes they may want me just to play lines. I may not even be playing chords. Some may just be more rhythm stuff. It just depends on the assignment that you're given. You don't have to, play the same approach every single time. All right. Listen, I love you guys. We're gonna do this again. I just wanted to hop on here really quickly and just to say what's up. I know it's been a minute. But I hope you guys have enjoyed your day. And don't be a stranger. If you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel. If you're not a member of Kerry's Camp, come join the community. We do 2 lessons, live lessons a week, right? One for the beginner specifically, so you know nothing about guitar. We walk you through the phases to learn how to play. If you are an intermediate advanced player and you just want to kind of enhance your skills, or if you're just looking like, I don't really know that much about R&B, but I'm really trying to put my hands in it, sign up for the class, man. Check it out. You can check it out for 14 days for free, man, and see if it's a fit for you. I would love for you to be a part of the community. We literally have students all over the world, and it's a great place for you to learn. It's a great place for you to grow, and I'm helping you. I'm the one that's walking through it with you. I'm the one that's sharing the information that's going to get you guys better, okay? Much love. I've learned so much from you, man. That's what's up. You have a question, a morale question, man? I'm listening. What do you have? Can you play a church drive? Yes, I can play a church drive. Let's do that. Let's find a church drive and then we'll get up out of here. See what this one is. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. That's not it. Let's do. Let's do this one. Let's get into it. All right. Oh my gosh, I haven't done that in a long time, so my hands are hurting. All right, let's answer this question and we're gonna get up out of here. All right. What is your question, sir? I got hit in tuition on my hand. Is that abuse? Bro, I don't know. Like, it depends on your teacher. I can't answer that question for you. I'm not hitting students. But if that's a learning method and wherever you are, I cannot speak on those things. That's above my pay grade. I'm sorry that I wish I could give you a little bit more insight. Hey, Kerry, I came across the interview with John Mayer on what musicians think when they play. What is in your head when you're playing solo improv? Patterns, shapes, colors, textures. All right, that's my last question. What's in my head is what can I do to enhance the music? What can I play that's going to really invoke a soulful connection musically? That's what I'm thinking about whenever I'm playing. All right. Love you guys. Take care. If you're not subscribed, do me a favor, subscribe to this channel. If you're not a member of Kerry's Camp, do me a solid favor. Go over to kerryscamp.com, KerrysKamp.com, and sign up. All right. Love, peace, and hair grease. Love you guys. Until next time.